Hello, my name is Lachlan, and I'm speaking to you from just outside of Durban, South Africa, on Saturday, the 22nd of March, 2025. This is my open letter to Black South Africans. In the ongoing discourse about what is best for South Africa's future, something that I think everyone needs to acknowledge, and Black South Africans in particular, is that there is a problem among Black South Africans with a sense of inferiority. Black South Africans, particularly online, have an inferiority complex. I say this because every time I publicly criticize the actions of the ANC, the EFF, or the MK party, I will no doubt be met with the response that I'm only saying these things because I'm a white racist who longs for the return of apartheid. Let me clarify a few things for you. I was born in 1990, which means that I grew up in post-apartheid South Africa where every public space was fully integrated. I went to public schools where the vast majority of my classmates were black. And when I went to a private college to study journalism, all of the students in my year, other than myself, were black. On that basis, it is clear to me that I am not privileged in any way that an ordinary black South African could not reach themselves. Furthermore, I have met and worked with in my career as a journalist many highly skilled and highly intelligent black South Africans, many of whom are successful entrepreneurs and people working in the public sector. Do you know what sets them apart from black South Africans who don't achieve things? The successful black South African is somebody who lets nothing stand in their way. They don't continue to exist in a victim mentality and they don't obsess over what happened in the past. They move forward and focus on what is happening in their life right now. But as I said, these days, whenever I publicly criticize the state of things in South Africa, I tend to get one or two general responses. Either someone will pop up and tell me to return the land I don't own, by the way, or they will completely ignore everything I've said and decide that I'm racist purely because I'm talking and I happen to be white. There is a third kind of response that I get as well, and that would be death threats. Just the other day, within the space of two comments, I had a guy go from telling me how black South Africans are genetically superior to whites because they possess the capacity for Ubuntu and we do not. And immediately after saying this, he threatened to kill me if I did not willingly accept land expropriation. He threatened me with a Zimbabwe 2.0. To all those of you who want to threaten me with death and a repeat of Zimbabwe, I say this. You can feel free to come and kill me. By all means, try to kill all of us so-called colonizers. See where that gets you. You may take the land, and then guess what? You'll have a nice big plot of land where you and your families can starve to death. Because that is what happened in Zimbabwe. And that is why the ZANU-PF government has, since the era of Zimbabwean land expropriation, begun to pay reparations to the white farmers who were dispossessed and to appeal to them to return to the country and help build it back up to its former glory. A spokesperson for ZANU-PF also said, with regard to land expropriation in South Africa, that although they do not wish to interfere because they consider it to be an internal South African affair, they, as ZANU-PF, do acknowledge Afrikaans South Africans as African, and they believe that the ANC should do so as well. In conclusion, as a white South African, I am not your enemy. I am not racist. I do not judge people's quality based on the color of their skin. My parents raised me to treat everyone equally, no matter what differences we may have. And when I was a child, if I had ever said anything hateful or racist, they would have given me a good smack for it. I do not hate you. I criticize the leaders of this country because they have allowed the vast majority of South Africans to live lives of hopelessness and despair while they get richer than most of us can even imagine. I want a prosperous future for all South Africans, regardless of their race, color, or creed. I hope that this is now clear to you and that you find value in what I've said rather than simply dismissing me as an enemy. That's all I've got to say for now. Take care of yourselves, look after each other, put South Africa first, and for now, farewell.